Judge Napolitano, bring you in. We're going to take a quick break soon, but I want to get you in here because what Bret Baier described as one of the more fiery exchanges in that room was Senator Leahy and William Barr. Here's that moment. I'll get your reaction.
My question was, why did you say you were not aware of concerns when weeks before your testimony, Mr. Mueller had expressed concerns to you? I mean, that's a fairly simple
Well, I answered a question, and the question was relating to unidentified members who were expressing frustration over the accuracy relating to findings. I don't know what that refers to at all. I talked directly to Bob Mueller, not members of his team.
Judge Napolitano.
Well, look, Bob Mueller is a member of his own team, and I think the Attorney General was splitting hairs there. He's got a problem in my view. I don't think he told a lie, but I think he probably misled the House of Representatives when he failed a response to Congressman Crist, who gets to question him tomorrow. Congressman Crist's question about whether there were objections to the tone and tenor and content of your four-page summary by failing to tell them about the complaint that Bob Mueller had raised about the tone and tenor and content. But in terms of Senator Leahy's question, this is why the House of Representatives wants its professional legal staff to question the Attorney General tomorrow, because politicians don't always know how to ask questions, and they don't always know how to box in the answerer and prevent him from giving an answer that's not directly responsive to the question.
It doesn't look like Bill Barr is going to show up for that hearing right now, does it, Judge?
Well, I hope he does. I agree with Saul Weisenberg, my longtime friend. Bill Barr is the smartest person in the room. B, there's a tremendous public interest in seeing this confrontation tomorrow, and I hope we're not denied it. But as I understand it, these negotiations are going on even as we speak over this very issue. Can the legal staff, who know how to ask questions, interrogate the Attorney General, in addition to the politicians who don't know how to ask questions?
Waiting for an answer on that. Thank you, Judge.